More than 36 employees have been shown the door at Activision Blizzard. The Wall Street Journal reported Monday that the video game developer fired or pushed out the employees to address allegations of sexual harassment and other misconduct. It said another 40 employees have been disciplined. That's a big increase from the figures released back in October when the company disclosed it had fired more than 20 people following allegations of sexual harassment and discrimination, and that 20 more had faced other forms of disciplinary action. Best known for its Call of Duty franchise, Activision had planned to release the summary of these latest actions before the winter holidays. But the Journal, citing sources, said CEO Bobby Kotick held back that report, feeling it could make the company's workplace problems bigger than has been reported. The Journal said data compiled by the company show that it has so far reviewed more than 90% of the roughly 700 employee reports it has collected on misconduct and other issues after it was sued by a California state agency over harassment claims. Activision did not respond to a request for comment.
Major U.S. airlines and lawmakers have warned of an imminent aviation crisis as AT&T and Verizon unroll new 5G services across the country this week. The CEOs of American, Delta, United, and other airlines say it could render many wide-body aircraft unusable, potentially stranding thousands of Americans overseas and causing chaos for domestic flights. United Airlines is urging President Joe Biden's administration to take action, warning that an estimated 1.25 million of its passengers and at least 15,000 flights will be affected each year. Lawmakers have urged further delay of the 5G deployment, and airlines are weighing whether to cancel some international flights scheduled to arrive in the U.S. on Wednesday, when the new C-band 5G service is set to kick in. The Federal Aviation Administration has warned that potential interference could affect sensitive airplane instruments and hamper low-visibility operations. Officials told Reuters that Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg and FAA head Steve Dickson have been warned about the looming crisis. They've asked that the 5G services be implemented everywhere, except within approximately 2 miles of runways and towers at key airports. The FAA said Sunday it's cleared nearly half of the U.S. commercial airplane fleet to perform low-visibility landings where 5G will be deployed, and more approvals are expected. Verizon and AT&T, which have already delayed the 5G deployment for several weeks, declined to comment on Monday.
It is unfortunate to be on site and see there is a serious impact on the coastal marine area. Initially, it was reported over a mile was affected, but now we're seeing it has affected 2 beaches, Cavero Beach and Bahia Blanca. We're now on site seeing that indeed a lot of the oil spill has seeped into these small islands through the waves.
Today, our freedom to vote is under assault. In Georgia and across our nation, anti-voter laws are being passed that could make it more difficult for as many as 55 million Americans to vote. 55 million Americans. That is 1 out of 6 people in our country. And the proponents of these laws are not only putting in place obstacles to the ballot box, they are also working to interfere with our elections, to get the outcomes they want, and to discredit those they do not. That is not how democracies work. And last week, the President and I visited Atlanta to deliver a message. It is time for the United States Senate to do its job. A landmark bill as we all know, sits before the United States Senate, the Freedom to Vote John R. Lewis Act. This bill represents the first real opportunity to secure the freedom to vote since the United States Supreme Court gutted the Voting Rights Act nearly a decade ago. And the Senate must pass this bill now. To truly honor the legacy of the man we celebrate today, we must continue to fight for the freedom to vote, for freedom for all.
An extreme weather warning was in effect across the east coast of the United States and into Canada on Monday, with a winter storm expected to dump more than 2 feet of snow in some areas. More than 4,000 flights have been grounded, according to FlightAware, and nearly 100,000 homes and businesses were without power between Maine and Georgia. Atlanta saw its first snow in 4 years, according to the National Weather Service, and some regions in North Carolina had record snowfalls. North of the border, traffic was snarled in Toronto, while pedestrians helped push cars up main city roads. Buses were at a standstill and subways shuttered. Authorities in both Canada and the United States have asked residents to stay off the roads. As the storm sweeps north, Upper Maine and New Hampshire are still due for another 2 to 4 inches of ice and snow. Blustery conditions were predicted across the region into Tuesday.